like a minefield. And so when I started to write about it, I wrote about it through all those emotional minefields, like kind of addressing them as they came. And then I just felt like this is too, I almost want to say dangerous. I felt like this one, I can't. I have to step back and just wait to hear what OLE DAMMEGÅRD has to say, because it was so incredibly easy to step wrong. And it felt like, my God, they've really placed the traps there for us on this one. And it's tied in with all the anti-Semitism psyopery and all the conspiracy theory psyopery, and all these guilt trips are very advanced in the United States. And
yeah, this one's got it all.
This one's got it all. It's like it's a bonanza.
And this is why we were in Japan when it happened. And right away I saw, oh my God, here's a dragster approaching, whoa. It just, I started seeing right away that bam, 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 bam. And so I said to my sweetheart, listen, I know that I've said that I would take a step back, but here it's like this one, I cannot, because I feel a responsibility, because when I see that other people don't see it, I mean, I can't guarantee what I see is the truth, but in my world it is. And it's sort of like, that's a blatant lie, and everybody's buying into it. And so when you see heavyweights coming in like Candace
Owens,
which is, I mean, I think the little I've heard of her, she seems very honorable and honest, even though she's apparently married to a Jesuit priest. But I mean, for her to contact the White House to find out is it true or not, if the stadium was rented 4 months ago, that's like phoning Al Capone and ask about the mob, the bookkeeping of the mob. Yeah, no, we do it the right way. Okay, thank you, Mr. Capone. And then you sign off and say, no, I checked it. And it was, that's the last place you can go and find and ask these things.
What was the very first thing that hit you when you looked at it? I guess you saw the clip first, right? The one that was shown over and over, where
right away, the blood, right away. I mean, when I was a teenager, my dream was to become a gunsmith. I was very much into the historical Wild West. And even though I'm non-violent, I'm very good with guns. And it's like just like a samurai, you know the skills, and then you don't use them.
Right.
Anyway, so right away, like a Mauser 3006, it was literally more or less blow his head off. And for that not to even go through, and then this weird black pudding type of thing coming out of his throat, which is the wrong color for the arteries, that it's very close to the lungs, so it is oxygen rich, and so it would be a bright color, depending on if it's in or out, but a very bright and pumping, not like black pudding like that. And then that his t-shirt didn't get red. The blood was sort of just running off him in some weird way. And then I saw his security team, where I think I identified several of them. One of them, that was a pardoned murderer, a guy that stabbed an ISIS prisoner, a 17-year-old teenager, to death, and posed with his body, and then he was pardoned by Donald Trump in 2019. It's like,
no,
the trigger guy, his name is Edward Gallagher, and I'm like, what the hell? And then when you, and then right away when Erica, the current one, which doesn't even look like the first one.
Right.
When she stands up at the way she approached the nation, and said, my name is Erica Smith, Charlie Kirk is my husband, is my husband. It's like, come on, whoa, here we go again, because now they're putting it out there, the karma thing.
Yeah.
We told you, so it's up to you. You can just go that direction. We told you, sentence one, so don't come and whine afterwards. We told you. And so right away I felt, whoa, this is on. And also, I mean, Israel was bombing 6 different countries in the days up to this whole thing. So if that is true, nowadays I don't know what is true and what isn't, but this is what I've been informed. So it's like media or the world were in the move of going like, what on earth is going, and then boom, boom, boom. Oh, I mean, boom, there was only one. And then, I mean, it's always Israel in the background. And Trump is so in bed with this. It's like ridiculous. They're telling us, they're pumping it out. They're showing on posters with the Israeli flag in the background. It is.
But at the same time, this is one of these traps I mentioned. To say Israel did it, or I think Israel did it, or it seems Israel did it. Now they mine that. They mine that from us to go toward the next big agenda, which is censorship agenda. So you're damned if you can't. It feels very like
it's
barely say anything about this thing.
Design. It's by design. They even point at themselves and they defend themselves so that you can't. They're putting out in these psychological mind fuck traps. You can't, but you can't. It's like this.
Yes.
But nothing happened. This is the thing. Nothing happened. There was no shooting. The audience was crowds on demand for rent. You will see the way when the shot were fired. I mean, just look I come from a Farmer Brown logic. 1 + 1 = 2. If somebody shoots a rifle behind you, the sound is very loud, and people will just do like this and then turn towards where the sound come from. What do we see here? The shot is fired. The security guard on the right hand doesn't even flink. He's not moving at all. He's standing there chewing gums. And then the crowd goes like this, and nobody's looking in the direction where the shot's fired from. There was no shot fired. And then the whole shebang with Tyler, and then it goes weirder and weirder. Do you know, like Snake Eyes, you know about that whole connection with...
Yeah, I sure do, yeah.
But do you know the connection that Laura, no, what's her name? Carla Luggio, the actress that was in the movie next to Charles Kirkland when he was shot, that actress is right now in an Apple TV movie called something like that, High States or something like that, where she's playing the vice president called Elizabeth Kirk. It's like, are you, what? And then the whole connection with Erica Kirk, with her mother and Homeland Security and all kinds of cyber security, her dad that doesn't exist at all. The photos, the children, there's no birth certificates, there's no photos of them at all with showing their faces. There's no marriage certificate of Charlie Kirk. Charles means, the names also, Kirk means church, and Charles mean fight for honor or something like that. I have it written down. And Erica means the ruler. And so part of this operation is for Israel to get away with what they're doing now. Israel is the wrong word. The New World Order to get away with what they're doing.
Absolutely.
It's going to point at these.
Yes. Totally, yeah.
So it's not Israel, but you got Bibi killer Netanyahu. He is one of the monsters that are active players in this whole thing. Completely like this with Trump and Kirk. Anyway, so where was I? So diversion away, and then the whole thing is to, in the meantime, make this angelic AI presentation of Erica, making her do, I think, because of this Elizabeth Kirk thing in this Apple thing, that she's being prepped as the new vice president, possibly the new president after Donald Trump. So this is why they also made a swap. Erica Kirk, the original, if there is such a thing, she has been relocated with one of Charlie Kirk's, the one not with the tiny teeth. There's several Charlie Kirks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, but the one that is mostly represented as Charlie Kirk, he and Erica, the one that is mostly presented as Erica, have been relocated. These are just assets. You know, they have been planted long before in this psychological operation on standby, and then when needed, being played. Had this fake assassination attempt on Donald Trump. I don't know if you've seen my presentation of that.
I have, yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's very obvious that whole thing was a psychological operation to raise him to this new Messiah status where he would get in as president. Had that failed, Charlie Kirk would not have been used at this point. It's like a chessboard.
Okay.
So you push that. So there's multiple different things like that on standby. Had Charlie Kirk not been working at this point, you know, had they not needed for this martyr thing to, you know, the biggest thing you can bring on board is a martyr, like an angelic thing that just goes like this, hugged by Jesus and the whole shebang. You can't get bigger when it comes to psyops. So they were in a situation, I think, where it was like, we need to amp this game up. So activate this one. And in this case, this one was Charlie Kirk. So they amped that whole thing up. And then, boom, he officially died, became a martyr. And he and his real wife, if they're married, but these two, maybe they really like each other. So they are now relocated somewhere to Valhalla, if that is in New Zealand or wherever that is. I would think maybe Tel Aviv. And then the new Erica, moved in on stage and replaced her. They deleted her Wikipedia page and these things. So you can't compare the two of them. They replaced the photos of her. They're in the process now of getting rid of all the old stuff around it. So you can't compare. I mean, they hardly look alike. Now there's another one singing. I'll show you tonight. But also a lot of AI. Have you seen when Trump's wife and Erica is singing a duet together?
No.
It's complete AI. It's complete AI, all of it. And it's so emotional. It's so beautiful. It's so incredibly like, oh my God, it hits you in the heart. And then on stage, above it, there are these massive words where it say, vivo, I live, I am alive. Do you know, it's like in your face.
Wow. Amazing.
So indirectly, I think that these things are there to help us, even though they look really evil and awful on a higher level. They're there to give us a kick in the butt, say, come on, we're trying to make it really easy for you. Can you please see it now? No. Okay, but what if we do it this obvious? Can you see it now? Because we're getting tired of having to sort of like, come on, guys, wakey. On a higher level, on this street level, horrendous.
Yeah.
It's on different layers at the same time.